CCIV stock broke through a major support level at the $19 mark. So now we need to do some technical analysis and go over exactly what happened with CCIV today. And this is surprising. We dropped 1.6% on the day because we actually have good news that I think investors are just really looking over and not paying any mind to, but I think this is quite significant. So we're going to get into it in this video, but all I ask for in exchange for this video is that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be starting a YouTube portfolio where I will be depositing either $50 a week or $200 a month. It comes out to the same amount per month, and be depositing and investing 60% into growth, 40% into dividends. Let you guys choose some of the investments we make and track the growth for the foreseeable future, at least the next 5 to 10 years. So if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now. It is located down in the bottom right hand corner in the watermark. You don't even have to leave the video, so it is very simple to do, and it is also free. Now with that being said, let's get into the video. Getting right into it, guys, this article is titled Lucid Motors Taps Waymo Exec as CFO Ahead of CCIV Merger. And if you don't know what CFO means, it means Chief Financial Officer. So it's a pretty big role to play at the company. It says, ahead of its merger with special purpose acquisition company CCIV, Lucid Motors announced on Wednesday that it had tapped a new CFO to help take the nascent electric vehicle EV maker public. Lucid continues to beef up its senior management team and also added a handful of other executives in leadership positions today. And let's get into it. Lucid's new CFO helped Waymo raise billions. Lucid has poached Cherry House from Alphabet's self-driving unit, Waymo, which she most recently served as treasurer and head of investor relations. House has been with Waymo since 2017. She led funding initiatives and handled investor communications as well as corporate development. The executive also has extensive experience in other corporate finance and investment banking. While Alphabet is typically the primary investor in the subsidies within its other bets in parentheses segment, Waymo had tapped external investors for the first time in a $2.25 billion investment round in early 2020, which was subsequently extended to $3.2 billion after additional institutional heavyweights such as T. Rowe Price and Fidelity, among others, wanted to buy in. It says in quotes, this is from her, it says, the autonomous industry is a vital industry which when realized at its scale will save lives, save time, provide superior user experience, and improve access to mobility, House wrote in a LinkedIn post announcing her departure from Waymo earlier this week. And Waymo, if you guys don't know, I did not know what Waymo is. It is an American autonomous driving technology development company. It is a subsidiary of Alphabet, the parent company of Google. Waymo operates a commercial self-driving taxi service that operates in the greater Phoenix area, also called Waymo One, with Chandler, Arizona fully mapped. And this is pretty cool. This is going to lead them one step closer to actually having an autonomous driving software, because that is their goals. And like Peter Rawlinson has said himself multiple times, this is a technology race where Tesla is the only one that really understands this, and that's why he says it's basically a technology race. The first one to the best technology is gonna be the major winner in this. Now, I'm not saying CCIV is gonna be a bigger company than Tesla. I don't think that's the case, but there's room for multiple big time players here. So I do think this is a great step in the right direction, getting somebody with experience, especially a CFO with experience in the self-driving company, and basically has helped this company, Waymo, do a lot of great things. And you guys can read all upon her if you want to. I do recommend you guys do that as well. So I do see this as a very positive for Lucid Motors, not only getting somebody that has the ability and the pull to raise capital like she did with Waymo, as well as her investment and banking past and her history, as well as the fact she worked at an autonomous driving software company. I think that is huge. It could push them in a further direction to being able to create their own autonomous driving software. As for the technical analysis, we fell through a key support level at $19 per share. Even in the most volatile days, CCIV still stayed above $19 for the past couple of weeks, besides when we fell under $19 to about $17.75 for our lowest point not too long ago. That was April 21st, but ever since then, we have not even come to our $19 level. Hitting where we really started to accelerate was April 21st just the day after we hit our lows at $17.62. We have not seen the $19 level ever since then. We bounced off of it firmly right here, April 22nd, and then throughout the day, May 4th. And we did fall under this level, like I said, today, and we are currently at $18.96 right now. In after hours, we're down 1 penny, and we're down about 1.15% for the day. A little bit more, I do believe Weeble's charting is lagged as far as the price is concerned. Now, with that being said, if we can get above $19 tomorrow, then $19 will remain our support level. I don't think just because CCIV fell under $19 today that is our support level is gone. I do see a lot of buying power that does go in at the $19 level, and that is where it's pretty much a hands down buy under this $19 level. So that is why I do keep my support level at $19 per share. I think we will bounce above this tomorrow. We pretty much were above it most of the day today, just falling under a couple times. We had one pretty decent spike up to about $19.33, but we are still hovering around this level. Now, as far as resistance level, that still stands at $20 per share, and I really do expect to bounce in between the $19 and $20 per share level for quite a while going into the future until we get some good news. Now, I do think this news today is good news because autonomous driving is the future, and since they got somebody that has extensive background in leading an autonomous driving company as far as their financial management, and obviously with that comes a lot of knowledge about the business as a whole. So I do see that as very positive. Some investors, I guess they do not, but I do think that is why we even spiked up to $19.33 per share. But I don't expect to actually come down to our lows, like I said, $17.62. But if we do, that is a perfect buying opportunity. As far as the short volume ratio, this is the number of shares that are shorted per day out of the total market volume. It comes in at 2,141,573 out of a total market volume of 10,424,000. That comes in at 20.5%, so basically 20.5%. And that is pretty in line with what we have seen besides yesterday when it was at 41%. It is slightly elevated from the average that we have seen, about 18, 17, 19, 16, 22. So it's kind of in line, but it is slightly elevated since where we have been besides this 41% day that we had yesterday. So this is pretty high, and anything over 20% is considered extremely high. And that's not my word. That is just what is facts. That is what people consider high, or extremely high, I should say, anything over 20%. So we could have a short squeeze upon any good news and any rumors. And I do think that is why we do see massive pops in CCIV once rumors or news is announced. And it feels like it has been a long time since news has actually been announced. But remember back not too long ago, about a week ago, when the Apple Lucid rumors started to resurface again, we popped 16% that day. So CCIV is primed and ready for a pop. We just need the right news and circumstances to arrive. And it does look like the circumstances behind a pop are good, or at least in line for one, but we are lacking that news factor here. Now, me, myself, I'm a long-term investor in CCIV, so the lower it goes, the better for me because I can pick up even cheaper shares. Now, if you're a long-term investor, I wouldn't be worried at all. I wouldn't be selling any shares. Now, if you're close to a margin call or something like that, I guess the circumstances are different, but I am taking this opportunity when CCIV stock is depressed to load the boat on this company. If they can even do half their numbers that they have said in their investor presentations, this will be an absolute steal in the next 5 to 10 years, as long as you are a long-term investor and you're not just trading this. I don't think there's a good trade here just because there's a time gap. We don't know when news is going to come out or the stock is going to pop. Nobody knows that. But for a long-term investment, this is at a key buying level. So don't squander that opportunity to load up on your share count. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you got anything useful out of it, hit that like button, subscribe down below. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will be starting a YouTube portfolio. And basically, like I said in the beginning, the goal about that is to do it to represent the average investor. I do personally deposit more than $200 a month into my personal investment account, but some people probably can't do that. So $50 a week, I think, is pretty reasonable that somebody could invest into an investment account. So that is the goal here, to do this for the average investor, not just put a ridiculous amount in to track my own growth, but to track the growth of hopefully everybody's portfolio. So that is the goal here. If you guys have anything to add down below in the comments, maybe a stock that you would recommend buying into the portfolio, let me know down below. I will see you guys later. Take care.